How's it going, guys? So, last night I had the tremendous merit, and I say it was a merit not only because of the person I actually interviewed, but because the person I interviewed has not been interviewed on camera, has not been seen on camera for about a year and a half. He's been talking. He's been giving lectures to people over the phone, and his lectures have been posted all over YouTube. But he hasn't spoken on camera for about a year and a half, and I had the merit of speaking to him on camera, filming him, interviewing him. I'm talking about Rabbi Kessin, and it was great. And I suggest you guys go see it on the YouTube channel and the Nation of Israel. And it's the most recent video that I posted. I tried to get him to speak about a little bit about this whole ministering angels thing of the nations, and he spoke about the concept of them, but I don't know that he necessarily hit on that point. I mean, he kind of did a little bit, but we spoke actually off camera, and he told me that, because I asked him about, what do you think happened to Gideon Sar? And he goes, I said, what a disaster, right? He goes, listen, I spoke to him in person. He asked me what he should do. I told him what he should do. He told him that it had already been decided in Shemayim. All he had to do was accept. This was a conversation that was had, I think, in the year, 2016, 17, something like that. And he didn't say how, he just said it was decided in Shemayim. All you have to do is accept. And I guess when it came time to accept Bibi's offer to him, Sar forgot about the advice, and he basically allowed the passion of the moment or the passion of the day to overtake him. And the rest is, so to speak, history, guys, as we know. But then Rabbi Kessin told me, with that said, he goes, watch for Itamar Ben Gvir. If you guys know Itamar Ben Gvir is, he's basically the head of the Otzma party, the head of the Kahanist party. He is the last person that I voted for in any Israeli election. Last time I had an opportunity to vote. A lot of people told me not to vote for him because I would be taking votes away from whomever, which is complete hogwash, in my opinion, and turned out to be. And yeah, guys, so it's interesting because there's a lot of people who are kind of like naysayers, and they come and say, well, Rabbi said this and it didn't come to pass. And I said, listen, he told the guy to his face to accept. The guy said, okay. And then when it came time to accept, the guy didn't accept. He didn't say how it was going to be presented. He just said, accept it. It's already done in Shemayim. Accept it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's really up to free will at that point. It's really up to free will. There are things that are decided in Shemayim, whether it's Parnasa, whether it's, I'm speaking to myself right now, whether it's Parnasa, whether it's Shidduchim, whether it's all these things, but the key for us is to accept, to be makabel these things, these positive things. Also to daven for them. But sometimes there's just a mazal. And the person has a mazal, all he has to do is step into the mazal, as it were. And in this case, Gideon Sar did not step into his mazal. So now Rabbi's saying, he's talking about Ben Gvir, and I said, it's interesting. Sorry, guys. It's interesting. He suggested him, but I look at Ben Gvir, I see, so to speak, everything that the Jewish nation maybe should aspire to be in terms of the goals, in terms of the vision, in terms of, as my friend Yehuda Cohen likes to say, the dreams and aspirations of the Jewish people of Israel, of the people of Israel. Um, but at the same time, I don't know if he's palatable, so to speak, enough for the public, right? Even though I'll tell you guys, I went to a rally of his in Jerusalem a couple of years ago, and I saw every type of Jew over there. When I say every type, I mean every type. I don't mean just every type of from Jew. I mean every type of Jew. I saw secular Israelis, secular, Sabras. I saw secular Russians, who normally you would see voting for Lieberman. I saw Hasidim from Meir Sharim. I saw, Sephardi Frum people. I saw Rav Kook, Dati Lumi. I saw Haredi, just regular, like Ashkenazi Haredi. So Sephardi Haredi. My friends, so it seems like what resonates today, and this is something I think that leftists cannot wrap their heads around, because they are so used to, you're talking about emotional people, right? So they're used to optics. They're used to how things look and how things sound and how people talk, and is it refined and is it this? That's why they fell for all this stuff the past 2 years, because the people came out who spoke about these things, guys, I'm not going to say what, and they were speaking in a very refined manner, and they have all these degrees on the wall, and they have all this and they have all that. But ladies and gentlemen, the majority of the people out there, I suspect, it doesn't matter where you go around the world, people are tired of highfalutin elitists with pieces of papers on the wall, talking to them in nice, with nice words and wearing a nice suit. They are tired of it. Do you know what they want? They want substance. They want the truth. It's like in the movie, we want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Maybe some people can't, but a lot of people can. And they want the truth. They want a person, a leader, to come out and say things, not necessarily in a nice way, but to say basically things that they are thinking but are afraid to say. My friends, this is what Mr. Orange Man was doing. And people were like, oh my God, how can you say like this? How can you talk like this? How can you do this? How can you say that? Grabbing this and grabbing that. My friends, he said about doing that what those people actually did, but didn't talk about, right? They do that stuff. They just don't talk about it. They hide it. When it comes time for, the Schmepstein and the Schmaxell trial. Guys, I mean, these people are, again, they accuse others of what they are. They accuse others of doing what they are guilty of themselves of doing. The difference is, guys, they sound very refined and very polished, and they have a lot of pieces of paper on the wall. You see the wall behind me? You see the piece of paper? Granted, I just moved in here, but even if I hadn't moved in here, I would not put a piece of paper on that wall. You see, there's no paper on the wall. I have a piece of paper showing myself. I just don't put it on the wall. Okay. My friends, it ain't about that. I was just having thoughts on Shabbos about that. Just negative thoughts. What do they call, self-limiting belief thoughts or negative thoughts, and I identified it as Amalek. Coming into my mind and telling me that I'm this and I'm that and I'm not enough and I'm this and I should be doing this and this person's doing that. Why am I not doing what they're doing? And am I smarter than him? Am I dumber than him? Guys, the human condition, right? And immediately I stopped that whole conversation in my head, and I realized that Purim is coming, and that Amalek is trying to psych me out. He's trying to do a psyop on me, and that's it. And then I thought to myself, and I immediately went back to very, very soon. Very, very, very soon, guys. It's not going to be about what we have on the wall. It's not about how we talk. It's not about how we dress. It's going to be about what we say and the content, as MLK used to say, the content of our character, and also the substance of what it is that we're bringing forward into the world. That's why people want Mr. Orange Man. That's why people are thinking about Mr. Ben-Gvir. That's why people are now skeptical of everything that they just experienced for the last 2 years. My friend is saying what we need is justice. B'ezrat Hashem, it should come soon. You know, guys, I saw a video today, amazing video, of a politician, Ukrainian politician. He is from Odessa, and he is the son of the former mayor of Odessa. So he himself, this guy Oleg Goncharenko, the young guy, I think he's my age. He's exactly my age, actually, 41 years old, and he became he got into the Ukrainian parliament. He represents Odessa or some area around Odessa. And I think this was this was interview conducted in the UN. I think, I'm not sure, I believe. And there was Russian media over there, and they were interviewing him, Channel 1, Россия, Первый канал, Channel 1. That's like the propaganda channel of Putin, right? And he's just going at them, and he's basically saying, guys, I could show it to you. Granted, most of you won't understand the Russian, but I'll show you kind of so you guys could see the confrontation. But Bekitzer, he said that, your fraud president, he's a criminal. He's talking about Putin. And he was saying how you guys are bombing, using rockets against kids, and you're using Novichok, the poison that they poisoned Navalny with. And, you guys are going to be sitting in a tribunal. And then at some point, this giant, Ivan Drago-looking guy from the Russian delegation comes up to him. He's like, uspokойся, like this, it was like he's talking to his friend in like a bathhouse, banya. Calm down, everything's going to be okay. We'll have some, he didn't say this, but it's the way he was talking. It's like, we'll have some taranka, some Baltica, some beer, and everything's going to be okay. We're going to have a talk at the round table. And this guy, he's like towering over him. You guys will see. I'll show you the video. And he's just like, listen, man, you're not, I'll show you guys. So you can see it. Just go.
На которых эта ассамблея строилась. Сегодня Путин своим шантажом, ваш преступник-президент своим шантажом, шантажом вашими гражданами, шантажом деньгами,
with money, with citizens,
своим шантажом, когда мы с вами разговаривать совершенно не о чем. Что вы пропагандисты, вы банда пропагандистов, которые здесь находятся. И вы в итоге будете все на трибунале.
At the end of the day, you guys are going to be at the tribunal.
Я не хамлю, я говорю вам правду.
I'm telling you the truth. This is chutzpah. When somebody tells you the truth, you guys are propaganda. In your open arms are Novichok and rockets. You're spilling blood. Yeah, Hitler had Olympic Games, and you guys have Olympic Games. They were applauding Hitler, and now it's shameful to listen to this name in Germany. Now, then you're going to be ashamed that you were a servant of this scum. You're going to be ashamed. You're going to be ashamed of yourselves. Absolutely. And whoever voted for you guys to be allowed in this building without sanctions is also going to be ashamed. It will absolutely happen, and very soon. You guys can't live without other people's blood. Unfortunately. Putin wants to spill blood in Syria, in Georgia, in UK, he doesn't care. And he's going to continue killing. And you guys should be ashamed of yourself, a little bit. You guys are educated people. You have children. He's killing our kids. Oh, here comes the Ivan Drago guy. Here he goes. The Russian guy. Everything's okay, calm down. Calm down. Of course. Yeah, in my hand is Novichok and gas. Yeah, sure. Everything is spoken about in the round table. Oh, the council, Security Council. You're going to be sitting with Putin. I'm telling you. You're ashamed. You're ashamed. Yeah, run. I see you're running. Run away. You're gonna run to, I don't know what the place he's talking about. Yeah, they said, why did you call him in the, in Spanish they have also, we have like the, the tu and usted form in Russian, so they said, why did you go to the T? Why did you go to the tu form, essentially, immediately at this guy? And he's like, he was the one that started the tu form, you just didn't hear him on the audio. Don't lie, he was the one that started that, and I just continued. Actually, you know what, here, let me... And he's just walking away. There's another Russian guy. Yeah. You're scum, you're this. Oh, the Hague, Geige. It's the Hague, you're going to be in the Hague with Putin. Okay, I keep wondering, like, what is he saying? Geige. The Hague. Geige means the Hague in Russian. Guys, I just have to tell you, I'm looking at this scene, and I'm literally, all I want is for the same thing to happen. Not only to Putin, I want for someone, somewhere, I don't know where, UN, wherever, to come to the media, the mainstream media, and American media, or, any English language media in Europe, and say the same things about Shmuel Schmeitz, Schmelbert Schmurla, Santa Claus Konschwab, Shmuval Shmoah Shmarari. My friends, this is the preview, what you just saw. This is the preview for what's about to happen with the other thing. The thing with the other thing, the back of a truck. My friends, slowly, this world is going to be not about things on the wall. It's going to be about the truth, the emes. My friends, Amalek wants to... I'll tell you something very simple, and I've said this before. Again, you see the mainstream media, they're accusing Putin of this and that and the other. And they're right. And you know what, guys? Russian media, as you guys could see, as you saw in the video, they are what's called overt propagandists. Overt. You see them. The guy came up, you see that Ivan Drago guy, he came up and he said, it's obvious, he's showing us his cards. Yeah, I have Novichok in my hand. He's being sarcastic, but he's not really being sarcastic. You understand? He's like, I have Novichok in my hand. I have a rocket in my hand, and yeah, I'll use it against you. He was being like quasi-sarcastic, but actually he was being serious. So there's no hiding with these guys. But my friends, the American media, these guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed the past 2 years. I have. If you haven't, I don't know what to tell you. They are covert propagandists. The Russians are not even pretending to tell you the truth. They know that you know that they are lying, right? Which is why most of the time they don't even need to gaslight you, because they're just lying, and you know they're lying, they know you know, so okay, everybody knows, right? The only time they gaslight is when you see like Megyn Kelly interviewing Putin, so he kind of gaslights her, but it's not really gaslighting, it's more just like you could tell he's just playing around. It's like he's monkeying around with her, because she's a monkey. My friends, the Western media, they pretend as if they're telling the truth. And because they're pretending, and half of you believe them, but they know that the other half of us know that they're lying, right? So what do? To make us feel like we're crazy, they start gaslighting. They start denying everything that we're accusing them of, the 50%, it's probably more now, 75%. And they start gaslighting everybody. My friends, you know what this is? This is the calling card of Amalek. The gematria of Amalek is 240, which is the same gematria as Sofek, the word for doubt in Hebrew. My friends, their job, Amalek's job, is to instill doubt. So what I would like just to say is I want to give everybody a bracha that we may see the hidden truth be revealed sooner than later for Purim. Because these guys are running around. They're saying to us, guys, you see, who are you going to believe? You ever see, Groucho Marx? Honey, who are you going to believe? Me or your lying eyes? That's what they've been saying to us for the past 2 years. They've been gaslighting us. They know that we know they are lying. They know we know. Most of us, Or as my friend, Frank and I likes to say, we know it's you. They know we know it's them. But they are going to continue because they have no other choice. They're not going to come clean until something forces them to come clean. Or until, I don't know, some nuclear event. I don't mean a nuclear bomb. I mean, a shocking event. Let's put it that way. So guys, Purim is coming up. May all of our sofek, all of our doubt be erased. And that is actually how we are going to defeat Amalek, I guess, on a spiritual or maybe on a philosophical or virtual level, figurative level, actually literal level. But also, once we're done eliminating the doubt that these people are responsible for many horrible things, we can then proceed to actually physically eliminate Amalek, guys. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.